Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have my Paper Pumpkin Alternatives video for you. This is the Paper Pumpkin box and I just got mine the other day. It's called Poppin' Birthday March 2019 and it has all kinds of wonderful stuff in it. The materials here are just endless. So what the kit makes up is these two pop-up cards. One that has this blue front where you can put happy and then the number of years birthday with a pop-up inside of a birthday cake with candles on it. And this one says it's your birthday, and it also has a place for numbers here for you to put what the birthday is. And then you open it up and it's got pop-up presents. And as you know, I don't make these up the way they're intended, although I think having pop-up cards is, I get so much request for them from people who take my classes. They're very, very popular, and these are just darling. And so what I'm going to do is show you what else you can do with the kit. There is so much material in here. I kind of went a little bit berserk. Also this time, so the stamp set, let's just go from that. I'll move the box out of the way, and inside it's enough to make 8 cards the way they have them set up here, and the way I'm doing it you'll be able to make a whole bunch more. But there's full instructions on the inside, and this time you got dimensionals, you got glue dots, you got some tear and tape, plus you get numbers in this pretty Bermuda Bay color, and then in this sprinkle color you get banners. You get this white banner, you get the yellow banner, you get bows, you get candles. It's just full of material. The coordinating colors on this are Basic Black, Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, and Poppy Parade, and that doesn't include the grays that are included on the back of this card front that is in there, that's both in the basic gray and the smoky slate. So what did I do? Well, let's share the stamp set with you. So this is the stamp set as it comes. Today we celebrate you. It's got this cute little candle. It's got happy birthday in 2 separate stamps. It's got this little birthday hat, a little bit of confetti, and it's this little message that says it's your, and you can use that with birthday. And then because it's Paper Pumpkin's 6th anniversary, you also got a bonus stamp set this time. All of these beautiful numbers, big numbers, plus you know, a 2nd, 4th number, 3rd, like RD for 3rd, ST for 21st, that kind of thing. So there's all of those. And then this darling balloon, and I took this balloon off and used it in some of my alternatives. So let me tell you what it was I did. And I'm just going to bring these on. I can't today do each of these in the video because I made 7 alternatives, and so we would be here for 2 hours while I went through the process, but it's fairly intuitive. This is one of the card bases that you're given, and I cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4 and used it as a card front on this card. And what I did then was I put a piece of basic gray, and I used a basic gray card front here. And then I laid down one of the yellow banners completely. Then out of here, I cut down this piece that's behind here so that when this gray sits over it, this little banner comes out from the piece that's underneath here. Then I took apart one of the envelopes, and the envelopes come with a couple different patterns of paper, and one of them is this stripe. Now, in the envelope, the stripe is going on a diagonal, but depending how you cut it, I got these stripes. so that we have lots of stripes going on. And I just stamped very simply across here, "Today we celebrate you." And I repeated the colors here, the grays, the stripes, and a little bit of the yellow. And on the inside, I just put "Happy Birthday," and I used a piece of this striped paper that I cut away from my kit. The next one I took this, that made this card. And what I did was, on the insides of the pop-ups for these cards, you get two pop-up kinds of cards. This is the one that has the presents in it, and these fold in opposite directions so that your card, well, you can fold it like this and then push these through the other way so that your presents pop out and your card stays laying flat like that. And you make your pop-up card based on that, and these pieces stick out. And so what I did was I took these pieces and I cut them in half so that I could get two cards out of one of these pop-ups. And then this is the inside of the other envelope. And what I did was I just made some of these envelopes here. And then in addition to the envelopes, you get a couple of pages of these die-cut bows and hats. And what I did was I used these bows here on my presents, and I used the yellow polka dot pattern here, and I just took one of these bows and I used my blends to make that bow yellow so that I could have all of the colors represented. And then on the inside of this one, this is all done right on the card base itself. And on this one, just to change it up and make a little different, I used ribbon for my bow, for my ribbons on the package here. And I just happened to have that polka dotted tulle ribbon on my desktop. You could use any white ribbon that you had. In fact, it might be kind of fun to do them all in white ribbon and then change out the bows. And then on the inside, all I did was put one more ribbon, and I used a little piece of Flirty Flamingo and a little bit of this blue stripe, a blue polka dot, and then the bow in the Poppy Parade. So that's card number 2. The next one I did, are you ready? This one is really bright, and this is one where I am going to stop and show you what I did. I made this card, and it is screaming bright, but the idea appealed to me. And what I did was I took, in the stamp set, you get that little birthday hat. And what I did was I cut the top of the hat off, and I used it to make a little flower here. And then I took the hat and turned it upside down and turned it into my vase here. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what I did to get that done. And then I used my shaded spruce, oops, I'm opening it from the wrong side. No wonder it won't open. Here's my Poppy Parade. And I used my, this one's Garden Green. I thought I'd used spruce, but maybe I used Garden Green. Any green will do to make the stems and the flowers. And I'll just grab a little piece of scrap here in white and show you what I did. Now you can just take this apart later and put the hat right back on from where you cut it out. And guess what? Then it stamps again as a hat, which I'll show you here. And it stamps perfectly just the way it was originally intended. But once you cut it apart, then I put the top of the hat separately on this, and I just stamped the little top of the hat in different places here. And I thought it looked so much like a little flower. And then I thought, what am I going to do with these flowers? They're kind of floating. So I stamped my vase here, and I did it upside down, and you need just a little Post-it note to kind of take care of the end of that so that it has a flat bottom. But so I'm going to set that down here, and then I stamped my vase as though it were a vase right down underneath that, like that, and voila, you have a vase. And then I took my green marker and I made some stems that went to the various flowers here, and just so that it made sense as far as the pot is concerned here. And then just drew in a couple of little leaves on the stems here, and you can even dot those or shade them in a little bit different color. And this is just my regular marker, it's not even a blend. And I just made this cute little pot with some flowers on it, and I did that and then cut it out with a circle die and put it in here. And I've done that on more than one, but I wanted to show the technique for making the flowers. So that was card number 3. Then, because black was an alternative or a coordinating color, I took the confetti stamp and stamped it in the Bermuda Bay and the Poppy Parade kind of all over a central panel, and then used this other card front in the back here and put happy birthday and put one of the hats here, and then on the inside I put a little bit more of that ribbon and a little bit of confetti down here on the bottom. So that was card number 4. Then I'll show you this one. I wouldn't do what I did here. I wanted this one to just use the stamp that is the balloon from the bonus stamp here, and then I put some not glossy accents, but some of our fine tip glue, which acts nearly the same. But as it dried, it diminished the little polka dots on the balloons and kind of turned it an orange color, and I wasn't real thrilled with that. But you could do the balloons and then fussy cut out a couple of balloons, which is what I did on this one. I fussy cut this one out and then did a balloon. This is what it looks like when it started. And then it got to be that funny color orange. Anyway, so it's your birthday, and today we celebrate you, and then I put a balloon inside. And I thought, really, with a little bit of Poppy Parade on the outside, this really is a pretty little card. Pretty plain and simple, but very pretty. Then I took apart one of the other inserts that gives you the pop-ups. So instead of putting the candles on the cake, I used 2 layers of the cake here and did these 2 layers and put my bow on here. That reminds me, I was going to put some rhinestones there. I'll go back and do that before we're done. And then I took 3 of the candles and put it on, and I really wish this one had said Forever 21, because I think I would have made up about 6 or 7 of those for friends I have that are trying to stop the idea that they're getting older. Anyway, so this is the one I did for that. Today we celebrate you. You could put another couple of these balloons on the inside, and I just used my red marker to make the trails here. But I thought I loved this one. I think this one might be my very favorite. Then I did this one, and I think this is the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So this one coming up is the last one that I did. And I just took a white base and I took this lovely panel that they put in here and did happy birthday. Mine came out a little crooked. You be smarter than me and make yours straight. And then I did that same thing with the vase here and just put a little bunch of flowers. And then on the inside of this one, I just put a few of the flowers here, and I put little tiny pearls for the centers of the flowers on this one. And I'll tell you, I didn't even dent the material that came in this paper pumpkin kit. And so what I used that wasn't in the kit was a gray card base, several white card bases, and a black card base. Then I used another couple of pieces of basic gray, and I used some Poppy Parade to do some layering. And other than that, everything else is from the kit, and then there's little scraps of white and lots of stamping. And I had a lot of fun with this kit, And I think it's one of those kits you could keep going back to and come up with yet another version or another version of the inside of what you're going to do on this, because it just has lots and lots and lots and lots of possibilities. I'm going to add some rhinestones to this one on my presents, because I think that was what I intended to do there, to sort of finish that off. Isn't it amazing how a little bit of bling will absolutely make your card look truly finished and just give it that little bit that makes it feel complete? So there we go. Those are the 7 that I did, and I think these are darn cute just to make up the way they are, but I can see getting way more than 8 cards out of this kit. You could easily do 2 of these from one of the pop-ups. You could easily make 1 or 2 of the pop-ups for each one and still have plenty of material left, particularly using the inside of the envelope covers and putting your own envelopes on this. I don't know how many of some of these pieces you got. You got a whole bunch of these panels, and you can see on this one, I just cut that down, and then I used part of the part I cut off to do my happy birthday along the bottom here. Anyway, those are my alternatives to this March paper pumpkin. And if you sign up by the 10th of April, you can get the April kit. And I heard, a little birdie told me, that we are going to get a distinctive stamp in the April kit. So that is one of those patented, beautiful stamps that's done from a photograph in Stampin' Up, that they've actually patented the process. And so I think getting that April kit is really going to be fun. So if you haven't subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, now might be a really good time to do that. I almost forgot. I do have an extra kit for a giveaway this time. So if you leave a comment and share the video here, you will be entered into the drawing to get a Paper Pumpkin kit, this Paper Pumpkin kit. Let's see, there's another week left in March, and so my March prize for the month is the Wonderful Romance bundle, the stamp set, and the die set. Beautiful, absolutely stunningly beautiful. And all you have to do to be in the drawing is to place an order on my website, inkandingenuity.com, which is my blog, and you get to it from there, or you can go to directly to my ordering store, www.lbedinger.stampinup.net. And there's just a week left on the join offer. So $175 for $175 worth of material for $99 is good through the 31st of March. And so if you've thought about joining and getting a discount for your orders, this is the time to do it. I don't know when there will be another incentive to join. Usually they do 2 a year, but this one's pretty good. So that's it for me today, and I'll be back soon with more cards and more projects. Bye.